As the scenic beauty of the mist-covered Scottish Highlands meandered by, the Hardwicke family were in the throes of a seemingly idyllic vacation. Christina, a pillar of strength, was at the wheel. Her husband Peter, a daydreamer by nature, was lost in his thoughts, while their children Amy and David animated the back seat with their sibling squabbles. This was supposed to be a summer escape, a breather from the rush of city life. But as the saying goes, life is what happens when you are busy making other plans. As the day dimmed into twilight, their journey took an unexpected, terrifying turn. From the eerie quiet of the Highlands, a menacing black vehicle pounced, shattering their blissful bubble. In an instant, the Hardwicke's family vacation spiraled into a hellish churn. The tranquil winding roads now echoed with their screams, their pleas, their despair. But bliss swiftly turned to a nightmare when a menacing black vehicle pounced from the shadows, their family vacation spiraling into a hellish churn. Forcefully ejected from their car, a horrific choice bore down on Christina, her daughter Amy's life against her son David's. It was a chilling moment, a mother's worst nightmare. The cool Scottish air was punctuated with the raw fear and desperation of a family pushed to their limits. A cruel game of life and death, orchestrated by faceless tormentors, now hung in the balance. Christina, a woman of strength and courage, was suddenly forced into a corner. The stakes were unbearably high, the decision unthinkable. Her heart pounded in her chest, each beat echoing the unbearable weight of her impending choice. Amy, her precious little girl, full of dreams and innocence, and David, her strong-willed son, a beacon of hope and resilience in their family. The seconds ticked away, each one amplifying the palpable dread that hung in the air. As time counted down, relationships strained, secrets spilled, and the quaint charm of the Highlands bore silent witness to despair and desperation. Gliding through this chilling pandemonium, Detective Saul Anguish followed, each shred of evidence a breadcrumb on the path of familial devastation. This enigmatic figure, a seasoned sleuth with a reputation for cracking the inscrutable, now faced his most harrowing case yet. The clock was ticking, the stakes were stratospheric. Each clue unraveled added another layer of complexity to the mystery, painting a picture of a vacation turned hellish nightmare. Anguish's eyes darted over every detail, his mind whirring like a well-oiled machine, piecing together a jigsaw of terror and despair. The Scottish Highlands, usually a place of serene beauty, now echoed with the haunting whispers of this unspeakable crime. As the detective delved deeper into the case, the looming shadows of secrets threatened to swallow the last vestiges of hope. As Detective Anguish races against time, each second brings the Hardwicke family closer to an unthinkable fate. One momentous decision would decide the fate of the innocent and the guilty. The air was dense with anticipation, the stakes higher than the towering Scottish peaks. The fate of the Hardwicke family hung precariously in the balance, teetering on the edge of a precipice that could plunge them into an abyss of despair or lift them onto the peaks of salvation. Detective Anguish, a beacon of light in this dark tale, was racing against the clock, his every move a dance between life and death. Christina, a mother caught in the cruel grip of a horrifying choice, was at the crossroads of despair and hope. As the seconds ticked away, the suspense engulfed the Scottish Highlands, the silence echoing the pounding hearts of our protagonists. Would Detective Anguish save the day? Would Christina plunge into the abyss of despair? Or would salvation spring from an unexpected source, changing the tide of fate? This spine-tingling tale of survival and courage, All of Us Are Broken, showcases the resilience of hope in the face of the cruelest darkness. Here, in the breathtaking expanse of the Scottish Highlands, a family vacation became a chilling test of courage. Christina, Peter, Amy, and David Hardwicke, once blithe and carefree, found themselves in a nightmare scenario, their summer blues replaced with stark terror. Amidst the shadows, Detective Saul Anguish relentlessly pieced together a puzzle of despair, his every step echoing the seconds ticking away. Relationships strained, secrets spilled, and the quiet charm of the Highlands bore silent witness to a family on the brink of devastation. Yet even in this abyss, a glimmer of hope persisted. One momentous decision would decide the fate of the innocent and the guilty. A tale of survival and courage, this story asks us. In a world shadowed by malice, will the light of hope flicker or fade? How far will you go to save your loved ones?